Welcome to Dental Things, where today we're going to be going over separators in preparation for the beginning parts of ortho. Separators or spacers are used at the beginning to space teeth out enough so a band can slip onto the tooth, which will later be used to hold arch wires or headgears. You must watch out when placing this separating band that it doesn't go too low, incorrectly wedging it underneath the contact and irritating the patient's gums. Also, watch out for seating the separator with the instrument incorrectly to avoid piercing the gums during placement. One of our first instruments for placing ortho separators is a separating plier. Using the curvature aimed towards the side of the tooth that we are working on, we are going to stretch the separator and place between the teeth one part of the band underneath the contact, one above. We will place it on the mesial and distal of the selected teeth, such as these burst molars. Using our scaler or instrument that we can remove them with, we are going to gently loop through the separator and gently pull it out without poking the patient's tissues. Make sure to protect your patients by fulcruming or finding support spots so you're not giving them unwanted piercings. Make sure to watch out when you're removing your separators not to send it flying towards the opposite teeth or tissues, accidentally impaling your patient. Be sure to not give them any new dimple, snake bites, or throat piercings. Another way of placing separators was by taking 2 pieces of floss. There's no need to make them too long, just get 2 flosses at arm's length. Begin by threading the floss through the separator and holding that floss end to end. Take the second piece of floss and also thread it, hold the end to end, and when you go and pull those 2 individual pieces of flosses, it should stretch the band. Go ahead and tie it around your fingers so that you have a good stretching ability and you can press with either your index fingers or your thumbs. Beginning with your separator, making sure that it can still stretch, go ahead and wrap it around your fingers for support using your index or thumbs to go and seesaw into place so that part of the separator is under the contact. Go ahead and hold the separator in place and pull one end of the floss to remove and leave the separator. Go ahead and do the same for the other side of the selected tooth. A little more of an advanced technique where you go and get all the separators that you need and 1 piece of floss. I'm going to unravel my floss bow. This floss piece will be a little bit longer than the previous ones that we tried. We are now going to tie a knot twice at the end of this floss, making sure that it does not unravel when we do this technique. We can then thread our floss through as many separators as we need so that it is locked into the floss. Now that you have as many as you need, your pinky will hold the rest of these separators in place so they don't fall off. And we are going to then use our fingers, making sure that our separator still stretches. We're going to transfer over our fingers to make sure that we can stretch it with either our thumbs or our middle or index fingers. Lock it into place, get it down. After placement of the separator, then we can pull the whole piece of floss out, go and take another separator and line it up, and then get ourselves moving on to the next tooth without having to refloss a whole set. This makes it easy to be able to do multiple teeth in one go. If you don't have access to separating pliers and we want to keep this really disposable and quick, we have this method.
Hey, that's pretty good.
Another neat technique is using a hemostat or locking plier that holds onto the separator really good. Floss the thread through the separator, and you can go by pulling the whole band underneath the contact and then lifting upwards to set the separator in place. This method might be a little bit more painful as there's not as much room underneath the contact, so watch out for your patient's pain tolerance. Thank you for sticking around with the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, comment, and subscribe for more dental things.